You're having a conversation, everything seems normal, but there's something in the air, you can feel it. Something about the person's behavior is just off. It's hard to explain, but you've been around long enough to know that people don't always say what they mean. Their words may sound convincing, but their body is telling you a different story. This is where body language comes in. You see, when someone lies, their body doesn't lie. In fact, their body will often give them away before their words even have a chance to settle. So how do you spot these hidden signs of deception? Let's take a deeper look, because today we're going to decode the unspoken signs of a liar, and you're going to see how easy it can be to catch them in the act. Imagine this, you're sitting across from someone. They're telling you a story and they seem so confident, but you're paying attention. You've noticed the little details, like how their eyes won't hold your gaze. They keep glancing around, shifting their focus from one spot to the next, trying not to make eye contact. And when they do meet your eyes, it feels unnatural, too intense, and just a little too forced. This is one of the most common body language signs of a liar. When they're being deceptive, their gaze can either shift away or become uncomfortably strong. The truth is, liars often struggle with eye contact because their brain is working overtime to keep track of the lies they're telling, which makes them uneasy and less able to maintain natural eye contact. But that's not all. Your next clue is in their facial expressions. You've probably noticed how a person's face can give away their feelings even if their words say otherwise. A liar might try to control their facial expressions, but the truth often slips through, especially around the eyes and mouth. For example, have you ever seen someone smile, but it didn't reach their eyes? That's a red flag. When someone is lying, they might put on a forced smile to appear friendly, but their eyes will remain tense, almost cold. This is called a fake smile, and it's one of the easiest ways to spot a liar. Real smiles involve the whole face, including the eyes, while fake smiles are just a covering for the truth. Now, let's move on to their posture. This is another area where body language can reveal a lot. If the person you're talking to seems a little too stiff, or their body is leaning away from you, this could be an indication that they're feeling uncomfortable or defensive. Liars often try to create distance between themselves and the person they're lying to. Their body naturally shifts away as they subconsciously try to protect themselves. This could manifest as them crossing their arms or legs, which is a classic defensive posture. Their body language is telling you that they're not open, that they're closed off, and it's a clear sign that something's being hidden. Another sign to look for is the movement of their hands. Hands are powerful communicators, and when someone is lying, their hands can betray them. If you notice them fidgeting, touching their face, or playing with their hair, that's a sign that they are nervous or uncomfortable. Liars' hands tend to move more than usual, and you might see them covering their mouth or face, trying to hide their true emotions or thoughts. This is their body's way of trying to block or conceal the truth. They might also use their hands to make their story sound more convincing, but their gestures often seem forced or unnatural. It's as if they're trying too hard to appear believable. Pay close attention to their feet as well. This is one of the most subtle but telling signs of deception. If you notice that their feet are pointed toward the door or away from you, this is their body signaling that they want to escape, that they feel trapped in the conversation. A liar might shift their weight constantly, trying to find a more comfortable position, but if their feet are constantly moving or directed away from you, that's a clear sign that they're uncomfortable, and they might be hiding something. Let's not forget about the way they speak. When a person is lying, their tone of voice can change in subtle ways. You might hear a shift in their pitch, like their voice getting higher or more strained. This happens because the body is under stress, and the liar's vocal cords are reacting to that stress, making their voice sound unnatural. The rhythm of their speech can change too, with longer pauses or an increase in speech speed as they try to think on their feet. They might over-explain things, offering too many details in an attempt to make their story sound more credible. But in reality, it's just a way to cover up the gaps in their lie. If you notice any of these signs, it's time to pay extra attention to what they're saying and what their body is really telling you. When someone lies, their body language will often become rigid, tense, and overly controlled. They're trying to maintain composure, but their body is telling you that something's not right. Maybe their arms are crossed tightly, maybe their legs are twitching, maybe their fingers are tapping nervously. Their body is trying to express what their mouth won't. And if you're paying attention, you'll catch it. You might also notice that they're avoiding certain topics or trying to deflect your questions. This is another way their body will give them away. If they start changing the subject or becoming defensive when you ask for more details, it's likely that they're trying to cover up the truth. A liar doesn't want to be backed into a corner, so they'll do whatever they can to divert attention away from their deception. If they're avoiding certain eye contact or body shifts, these are all signs that something's off. And it's not just about the words they're speaking, so how can you use all of this to your advantage? Simple. Next time you're having a conversation, start to observe the little things, the way their eyes flicker, the way their posture shifts, the way their feet move. It's all part of a hidden language that anyone can learn to understand. By paying attention to these subtle signs, you'll have a much better chance of spotting lies, even before they say the words. And remember, body language is a universal language. It doesn't matter if you're speaking to someone from another culture or country. The signs of deception are the same, so don't just listen to the words, watch the body because it's telling you everything you need to know. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share because you will learn tons of valuable information in the next video.